like easier to make friends if your door is always open.
Yeah, anything that reminds you of home a little bit. Like the dorm room can be kind of sad if you don't have like posters and decoration. Things to divide your stuff. Like I have a lot of like little boxes to divide stationery and like folders and stuff to keep yourself organized. Like otherwise you're just gonna have stuff everywhere. Like
Oh, you know what's really important? If you go to Australia, you need to buy bug spray.
oh my goodness, there's like
So
a
many
mosquito
spiders.
epidemic. It's so bad.
Ants, spiders, cockroaches,
I mean they're fine. They're just bug spray, sunscreen as well.
sunscreen. That's not really dorm room related
Yeah,
anymore.
sorry. Dorm room. Food. Like,
Food.
it's good to have your own like bowl and utensils if you get hungry like at midnight. Especially if you're in a dorm and they only serve food at certain hours. Like, you want your own like little.
So I stayed in an apartment, so it's a bit different. But you need like you need to change your sheets. They give you sheets, but I hate dorm sheets or like I don't want that. So the first thing you need are like fresh sheets. You need like things that remind you of home, like pictures and stuff, because it's like literally empty. There's like nothing there, just furniture. Food. I know it's hard, but like try and pack Japanese food because you won't find.
Amen.
Yeah, no, you won't find true Japanese food like anywhere. And like pillows, man. Pillows are essential. Bedding, if you don't know, I love bedding. Just try and make it like as your room as possible. Like bring things from your room so that it's exactly like your room, you know.
So the answer that I came up with: good desk lamp, pot to cook ramen, water boiler. If you don't have it, make sure your roommate has it. Laundry detergent, and I recommend fabric softener as well. Go to Target, they're cheap. Laundry baskets, shower basket, shower sandals. Or like you can wear flip-flops, but you have to wear something because you'll get foot fungus if you don't. Backup food like granola bars, good water environment. So like if you don't have good tap water, like make sure you have like a Brita filter or something so you have like drinkable water. And try to like save on pet bottles and stuff. School supplies and sheets fitted sheets with rubber. Does that make sense?
Like the kind of sheet with the like elastic in
Yeah,
it that you
so
like put around the bed to
It
keep
doesn't.
it clean.
It doesn't.
Just bought things like I bought bed sheets. I didn't buy a TV or a fridge because I was a freshman, so I eat campus food. So I just brought normal things like toiletries and stuff like that.
You had to pretty much set up your own dorm room. So what you get when you go is maybe a desk, a shelf for your books, and then your bed. So you're going to have to definitely buy bedding, right? Sort of things to organize yourselves, like files, hangers. What else? Like a small mini fridge if you plan to keep things in your dorm. I wouldn't worry if you feel like you're just going with sort of 2 suitcases and you're not like other local students who have the option to drive there with all their stuff.
So I think what you should get for your dorm room, what I did was I just went to Target and got the basic essentials, for example, like a mirror for my room, a duvet, covers, pillows. What else?
I mean, something that I did, which I don't know if a lot of people did, is that I got 2 like sets of sheets so that like I don't constantly have to like wash it and then like make sure I have to like have it clean so I can put it on my bed. I just like keep alternating, makes it a little bit easier, something less to worry about.
And also, I guess you can save money because it costs like I think like $6 or so to do laundry every time. So if you just pool your like laundry together, you can save money as well.
Make a list of everything you need to do so that your like mind is a bit more organized, and then just slowly work through them.
Yeah. And you'll find that like if you don't want to study, it's a good distraction to actually clean your room like at the same time. Like
Still
it
being
works.
productive.
Yeah. So and also just make a routine. It's easier to keep a routine than thinking like, okay, I ran out of laundry, now I have to do laundry. It's like every other week or every week I'll do my laundry like at this time, and then it's easy that way.
Oh, my philosophy is it's always the underwear that goes out.
Amen.
So,
It's again
just the
so
underwear
true.
that just goes out. Like clothes you can rewear, underwear goes out so quickly. I know this sounds so bad, like you're putting off washing, but always have like an emergency, like Costco underwear pack in the back of your closet for those days where you're just like, I just have no time. But I recommend like getting on a schedule for laundry, you know, because that's like, I think the hardest thing possible. And I had a kitchen in my apartment, so I just ate at home always. So if I recommend, it's okay, honestly, so much cheaper. Like I know people say it's a lot cheaper, but when you do the calculations, it's so much cheaper to just like, because I didn't have like a door, a cafeteria.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was either restaurant or expensive. So like we just learned to like, it was so much more fun too because you just have people over for dinners like all the time, and you would cook and meet people. So yeah, I recommend like buying groceries if possible. So what's so difficult is cleaning, like not just cleaning yourself, but like cleaning the place that you live in, because you think like it's gonna be easy, but honestly your mom does so much more than you think she does. You know, your clothes aren't magically just gonna appear in the closet like folded, and your like floors aren't gonna be like clean if you don't mop them or wipe them. So I think like if it's a dorm, it's a bit easier because it's smaller. But if you ever like if you stay in an apartment, you need to get that cleaning schedule like on point, or you're gonna live in like a mess in the kitchen. Make sure you clean out your fridge, like whether it's a mini fridge or a full fridge. Like, just I think cleaning the apartment will like affect your mood so much more than roommates or anything else.
True. But like if you are starving and there's dirt everywhere and you're out of clean clothes, like please eat first. Like you need to prioritize here. So number one, it's health in college. No matter what happens, number one is health. Number one, health. Number two, academics. Like get a vacuum. I don't know, clean. Eat and then clean. And you can usually like find those like cleaning amenities in your dorm. If not, you can like talk to your RAs, like residential advisors about it, or like talk to people around you. Just like don't be scared to ask people around for help. I think that's really important.
Yeah, you have to like make the most of the resources that you have. Like nobody's gonna come and like hand stuff to you.
Yeah. Especially if you go to like a big school like our school, like seriously nobody cares unless you take the initiative.
Okay, I feel like a lot of us probably don't know how to do your own laundry till you go to America. I mean, it's really not that hard. There's instructions on the laundry machines, so all you have to do is put in your clothes, put in your detergent, and then close the lid and turn it on and press like so it starts. But I guess you should have like a plan of like, so like I choose like every Friday to do my laundry so that I'll have it for like the next week, because you don't want to be in the middle of the week and like run out of underwear or something, because I always run out of underwear whenever I don't do my laundry for at least 1 week. So I do it every Friday. I clean my room and I do my laundry, because Friday after I finish classes I have nothing to do, so I just usually clean my room. So you should have like a proper schedule and decide which days are which for.
What might be handy is that you create sort of your own timetable, right? So you know when you have your classes, but you also know when you have breaks. Figure out for yourself what you need to do during the breaks during the day, right? It might be that you need to sit down, go to the library, prepare for your next class, do your work, because at night you have club commitments or other courses, right? And then during that time, schedule in maybe, you know, like laundry time or time for you to get to the dining room or the food court to get food, right? Yeah. Make like your own school schedule.
Like to rent a vacuum cleaner and get rid of the dirt.
Yeah, because it's a little crazy. But yeah, I mean, we lived in like an all predominantly freshman dorm, so they have a lot of like amenities for us. So one of the things that we could do was rent out vacuums. So you just like give in your ID and then you can like have a vacuum, and that's really helpful.
Usually laundry facilities, it's in the building, so it should be fairly easy to find and to go to. And it's not that expensive. I mean, it's convenient.
Yeah.
So. Thankfully, I had like a really good roommate.
That's good.
Nothing, no problem, same sleeping schedule and everything. But if not, like we did have like moments of where we would like bicker or like fight over things.
Tatueba nani?
Tatueba, like so many times where it was really weird, but it was like when like they would want to have people over to the place, but you don't want people over because you're like, I'm trying to sleep. But we were like, thankfully we had 2 floors, so like I just stayed upstairs. Yeah, but if that wasn't the case, I think like setting boundaries from the beginning. Like, I know it sounds a little harsh because, like, you just met them, you just want to, like, have fun and, like, go to parties and stuff. But I think if you, like, set boundaries from the beginning, I think that's the, like, best way to ensure that nothing goes wrong in the future. So instead of, like, waiting until a problem happens, dealing with it before, I think is the best idea.
Like, when we first, like, moved in, she wanted to rearrange the desks and the chairs, and, like, I was like, okay, yeah, you can do that. But, like, we talked about it. So definitely talking about it is important. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I just think, like, if you think, like, oh, I'm not a confrontational person or something, like, you have to get rid of that if you want to get along with your roommate.
Real.
Like, it's like a little bit of disagreement and tension is so much better than, like, festering angrily for, like, a semester, and, like, neither of you will be happy with that.
You really got to talk about it, like, especially because you're going to be together for, like, a year, right? So, like, first, like, try to talk through it, like, if you have a problem with her or if she has a problem with you, like, make sure you guys talk about it. And, like, if there is something so fundamental that, like, you can't fix, then go talk to your RA.
And also, like, I think you have to remember, like, you and your roommate don't need to be best friends. Like, that would be nice, but, like, all you have to be is, like, civil, you know? Would that be nice? Would that be, like, too... Maybe it's better if you're not best friends, honestly. So you have a bit of space from them. But, like, basically, like, don't go in there thinking, like, we need to get along on everything. Like, you just have to be civil and be able to, like, get along when you're in the room together. Like, I don't know. And honestly, like, if you, like, have a lot of work, which you probably will have, and, like, do activities and stuff, like, you probably won't be in your room that often.
Okay, so I had 2 international students from China, and they both spoke the same language. So obviously they spoke to each other all the time without me there. And even if I was there, they spoke to each other in Chinese. So I didn't know what they were talking about. So, like, I guess one time I kind of understood that they were not happy with what I was doing, so we all sat down and talked about it. And they said, like, that, like, I fall asleep early and they don't fall asleep till late. So they feel bad turning the light on, but they really want to study in the room. So, like... I mean, I guess I had to compromise because I can't sleep with the light on, so I had to buy an eye mask, and I slept with an eye mask every day for freshman year. But, I mean, yeah, I guess it's just important to always sit down and talk with your roommate. Like, I'm an RA now, so I deal with stuff like that, so it's always, like, best, like, if you have an RA, to definitely go up to them and tell them, like, hey, I'm having problems with my roommate because, like, I can't sleep because she has a light on, or she wakes up too early, and I can't sleep after that. Like, these are all problems that you can avoid if you sit down and talk to each other, like. Everyone's a grown-up, so you guys can sit down and talk. So, like, I went in not really, like, I didn't know who was going to be my roommate because I forgot to fill in the roommate form. So if you have something like that and you're really particular about the way you sleep and stuff, like, make sure that you fill out a roommate form or something, and maybe they can accommodate you with who you want to be with.
I think it's inevitable that you are going to be or meet people or maybe have to room with someone that you're not necessarily completely compatible with and you're not going to be best friends with, right? I just told you how during my freshman year we were assigned roommates randomly, and while we got along, we weren't in the same sort of friendship groups. So I think it just comes down to when you're living together, being aware of each other's habits, but also if something does maybe bother you or if you have certain requests, making that open.
I guess just have like open communication. And I know some people, they came in with like a list of things or like list of rules, I guess. But yeah, so I guess that could also help.
Yeah, I think communication is key because I was fortunate enough to know who my freshman roommate was because I'd gone to high school with her, but for people who don't or who aren't familiar with the roommate at all, it's really important just to establish communication or just the fact that you can talk to each other. You don't want hostility in the room for whatever reason because the room just feels so much smaller if you're not talking to each other. So definitely talk to each other.
And sometimes on Facebook before you go to school, they have like a freshman page where you can post like your interests and like what time you go to sleep, so then you can actually like find the roommate that you want before, instead of like getting an assigned roommate. So I know I did that, and some other people that I know did that.